You see anything? Probably too far away. If you understand what I'm saying, technically you can't have fires, but you know what I'm saying? We've got a little water here. Yeah. What about do you use the warming room at all? Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Have a safe night. Yeah, thank you.
Tell me how you got here.
Well, I had back surgery, and I had a beautiful family. I have 7 children altogether, 4 foster children, 2 stepchildren, and my son that I picked up every weekend, and he played with the foster kids, and we were a happy family, and I had a beautiful house on the water, had nice cars, and we were happy. I was sober 10 years, clean and sober, and worked on the house, fixed it up, renovated it at night, and worked during the day and weekends, and we were just a happy family, and that's all I ever wanted when I was a little boy.
Where was this at?
In Omimi, on Pigeon Lake.
Yeah.
And the children were from Toronto and Oshawa, 2 siblings from Toronto and 2 siblings from Oshawa. So after 10 years, they were happy and they excelled very well. They wanted us to start adopting the children because they stopped paying us. So we said we'll adopt this youngest one first, and then their brother, and then one at a time. And I was honest with her and told her I was on methadone to the lady at Children's Aid in Toronto. And then the next day they came, Children's Aid from Toronto, Oshawa Children's Aid, and reaching out that I worked for. They got us the foster children. And we loved them so much, like they were our own children. And they took them away from us because I went on methadone.
And tell us why you went on methadone, though.
Well,
you were saying before.
I had back surgery, and the doctor kept delayed my surgery. 3 months I was in the Lindsay Hospital for pain management. I was in the fetal position, couldn't move, and getting Demerol shots in my arm and my butt every 3 hours with Valium. And I had calluses so bad the Demerol squirt back out of my arm. And the Percocets, he gave me, like, I'd go away for a Saturday to my son's birthday, and he'd give me 100 Percocets for that, so I was popping those like crazy. I had a herniated disc, and it's down your sciatica, my right leg, the pain, and it was unbelievable pain. And then I went for surgery. The surgeon couldn't believe my doctor left me like that for 3 months. Did the surgery that night in the OR. As soon as it was empty, he called his team in, did the surgery, And next day I could stand straight up and no more pain. And I could have kissed the doctor. He was really good, Dr. Lewis, great surgeon in Toronto.
But then from that you were addicted. Is that?
From that I got addicted. I got addicted to the Percocet, and so I told my doctor I think I got a problem with Percocet, and he just gave me a phone number, and I phoned it, and it was in Toronto, and it was a methadone clinic. I didn't know that, and everybody looked down upon it. They thought it was just for heroin addicts and junkies, and it saved my life. It got me sober for 10 years, and it stopped me from drinking alcohol too, methadone.
Methadone did?
Yes, and I was the best father in the world, and the kids excelled.
So how did you get to this place where we are now?
Well, me and my wife, we sold our house, and we rented a house on George Street. We were looking to buy 2 condominiums with the profit from the house. And instead, we missed the kids so much, and everybody turned on us, thought we were doing drugs while we had the kids. And I turned into a liquor store one day and bought some vodka, and there went my 10-year sobriety. But we missed the kids. We cried every day missing the kids. We didn't know what to do. I hired a lawyer. It cost me like $20,000, and he didn't do anything. He just took my money. But I tried. And I promised Shia I'd get her back, and I didn't. So I kept doing drugs and drinking because I feel guilty that I didn't get them back, and that they're not part of our family anymore. And I wrecked our family, you know, our beautiful family. And I feel it's my fault.
It's a chain of things. It's not. There's never one. And where's your wife?
My wife and I separated. She's in Lindsay. She's working for her brother-in-law doing the books, and he's got a house, so she's staying with him and with her son. Her son has a cocaine problem.
So is it safe to say, like, you were a successful businessman? You were saying?
Yes, I was. Yes, I was a jeweler.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was a jeweler. I sold jewelry and diamond engagement rings. I had my own shop in my house, and I did a lot of repairs and stuff.
And what I always ask this, and I appreciate your time and openness. What can people do for you?
There's nothing really anybody can do for me. I got to do it on my own. I have to pull up and stop using, get some help.
What do you use?
I use methamphetamine.
Like fentanyl and that, or?
I do a little bit of fentanyl because I went off methadone because my son and my sister wanted me off it, and I wanted to feel real again. So I've been off methadone I was on it 20 years, since 2001. And
Sorry, you're on methadone?
No, I just went off it 3 months ago, cold turkey, off 120 milligrams. So I used a little bit of fentanyl to help with the withdrawal because I was really sick.
Yeah.
So now
now you're back into that.
Now I'm trying to get off fentanyl. So
and forgive me, and again, forgive me for asking, and if you don't want to, by all means.
No.
But have you ever have emergency services ever helped you out, like medically?
No.
So you have an overdose, I guess that's what.
No, I never OD'd, but I went to the hospital for withdrawal. That I couldn't stand the pain in my legs and how I felt.
But you're out here now.
Yeah.
And again, like, what about Transition House? What about the warming?
They're great. Transition House is great. I was there a couple years ago, and they're great people, and it's clean, it's good, organized. I think the staff's lovely. They're great. I can't say enough about Transition House and the warming room. I think this is great, and I love the people that are doing that for the homeless. You know, it shows that they care.
Yeah.
You know, and that's very important to us. Like, you know.
What about 310? What's that going to be like, do you think?
Pardon me?
310 division, like, you know about?
The retirement home?
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. I think that's going to be fantastic, and I think a lot of people will use it, even from out of town. I think you'll get some people coming in. So I think that's a great idea. I support it 110%.
And it will help, like, it will help people.
Oh, yeah, definitely help people, yes.
And it's one of those things, and again, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you can only help people that want the help. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, that's a fair statement. Some people just don't want to change. You know, you gotta want to change. You gotta want to quit. You want to do better and get a job and save money and be a good member of society. I do a lot of volunteer work. You know, I clean and pick up garbage on the sidewalks and clean the sewers with my, stick, with a little stick or something with the leaves, and I do stuff like that. I try to do volunteer work.
Yeah.
But I want to get a real job and just stick with it and not let the employer down. That's my goal.
And so you've been on the street for just over a year?
About a year.
Okay.
Last year, I had a place in Mississauga in Toronto, and it was too hectic for me.
And why here? Why
I love Cobourg. I love Cobourg, and I know a lot of people here, and they're great people. And the beach is beautiful, and the waterfront and marina. I just love it.
And is it easy? Is it easy to get drugs here?
Yes, it is. If you after you've been around a couple weeks.
Sure, like anything else.
Yeah.
Like it's easy to get them wherever you are.
Yeah. It's pretty easy. Yeah.
Okay. And I want to say, I just want to say, do you want to say anything else? Like, as I say, it's just people are so concerned, and for a person like you, I think people would do anything for it because you want the help. But is there anything people can do for you?
No, I have to do it on my own. I have to have the willpower and strength to quit the drugs. But support, prayers for me. You pray for me. That would be fantastic.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 58 years old.
Okay. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it more than you know.
You're very welcome.